weather is starting to get colder here. I have like a private drive that goes into my, where the parking lot for the shop is, and that's where I park my truck day to day. And when we get bad weather, I have to shovel it out by hand.
Just not shovel it.
Yeah, or just drive my truck over. But that's, I'm trying to get better and be more responsible. So I've gotten a bug up my butt the past like week, and I've been on the hunt for an old tractor. I've been wanting an old tractor with a bucket on it to pick stuff up off the trailer, of course move some snow around in the winter, and whatever else. I need one. Of all people, I need a loader slash tractor. So earlier this week I found an ad on Craigslist for an old Massey Ferguson tractor. I was really wanting a Ford. Last weekend I went and looked at a Ford, but it was a pretty bad piece of shit for top dollar, so no pulling punches. So this one's probably a piece of shit too, but it's like half the price, and I think it comes with a mower attachment too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It comes with a big bush hog,
which I don't really need, but maybe I could sell it and it'll help pay for part of the tractor. So we're gonna go check it out. I know like this much about old tractors,
and I know literally nothing, so we're in for an adventure today.
Yeah, so I watched a YouTube video on like how to start one of these, because they started kind of different. I guess you push the shifter over to the right and up, and that activates the starter. I don't know, but I need an old tractor. When I was a kid, I grew up working on a farm, so I did use tractors and machineries, and I've been driving trailers and stuff my whole life, but the actual like owning of an old tractor I haven't done yet. And I think this and a lift will mean that I'm a full-blown adult now. So I have the lift, need the loader, and I'm an adult. I'm ready to retire. So we're a few minutes away, so we'll check it out, see what it's like. Hopefully it's not too crappy, and I will be loading the tractor on the trailer.
All right, Matt, how do you feel about your latest purchase?
It's a lot less regret than the Durant. This thing is actually useful.
And it drove on the trailer under its own power.
Yeah,
that has to be a first.
That might be the first time this summer that I bought something that actually drove itself on the trailer.
Yeah, it almost didn't make it on the trailer because it started to rain, and it's a metal trailer and it was just spinning.
Yeah, that was sketchy.
And then it barely fits widthwise between the fenders.
Yeah, this thing it just barely fit, and a typical of how I roll. Didn't plan,
didn't measure, just went for it. And it fit. It's good. Tractor's old, and old farm tractor. It's, you know, it's had its many owners, but a couple cool things. It's been converted to 12 volt, which is cool. The guy was saying he was having trouble getting the thing to run, and it actually, when it was converted to 12 volt, they put a cheap little, I think it has Petronics in it, and they put a cheap little ballast resistor in it, and he had to jump to get it to start. These cheap ballast resistors go bad. I had one on the coupe go bad recently, and it was the same thing. So just dumb stuff like that it needs. The bucket is freaking awesome on it. It's like so overkill for the... And the hydraulics work really well.
Yeah, they had a bunch of new hydraulic lines. One of the cylinders in the front was brand new from the guy he got it from. He only had it for 2 or 3 years. So seeing that stuff was nice, because that stuff gets expensive really quick doing the hydraulics. Cleaning up some wiring and doing a tune-up and maybe rebuilding the carburetor, like that's cheap, easy stuff. I don't want to have to pay to have all the cylinders, new cylinders resealed or anything like that. So got a cool tractor. It is old, heavy, rugged, rusty.
It's
I
a
think
little
it fits
rusty.
all
It
the,
does.
It fits, checks all the boxes for something that I need to have. So I already have a bunch of stuff I can use it for. I mean, I have a guy coming to pick up a banjo rear later tonight.
Oh baby, we can use it.
I can use my tractor to load the banjo rear. I can't wait.
Yeah,
This is gonna be great.
We're almost back to the shop, so we'll show you guys. We'll give it a little bit more close up. The guy was standing around as we were loading it, and didn't want to be awkward filming stuff. So we'll unload it, show you guys a little tour of the new IronTrap Garage tractor. This channel is doing a 180, guys. We're done with cars.
Tractor life.
Tractors faux life. Good. Grabbing second. This is way better than walking. Oh, this is hilarious.
Alright, so got my tractor home. The tractor buying saga is over. I've been looking pretty much all summer for something, but really in the past like 2 weeks I've been like hardcore looking, and this one actually was for sale for quite a while, and it was one of those deals where he had it up for sale and had a lot of offers right around what I ended up paying for it, but he was kind of being a little stubborn and didn't want to sell it for that. But now that it's almost winter time, he didn't want to deal with maintaining it for another winter, and he basically took the offer just like what he was offered when he first put it up for sale months ago. So sometimes being late to the game works out for you, but the tractor has a couple little hokey repairs that need to be taken care of. Biggest thing we figured out was he was having a hard start problem that was actually because the throttle setup wasn't tightened down correctly, and it wasn't letting it go all the way up when starting, and it wasn't letting the tractor start correctly, especially when it was cold. So got that fixed, and that seems to help a big time, a big amount, and I'm ready to use it. It definitely will get used quite a bit. I mean, it was off the trailer for 5 minutes and we were already moving heavy stuff around, so I'm pretty psyched. And for not a lot of money, I got something. There goes that mouse.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And we got two new mice to the property. Great. So yeah, for not a lot of money, we got something that's going to help us big time with moving stuff on and off the trailer, and me just doing some work around the property, which is really great. And I didn't spend 20 grand on a brand new tractor. So again, the whole philosophy is you don't need a lot of money. If you take your time and look around and you're okay with doing a little bit of work, you can get something that's very useful for not a lot of money. So that's all we got for this one. Thanks guys for watching. Catch you later.